you see ain't what you are
I really like it here. I think it's absolutely unbelievable. I was born to just have money, and I haven't got any. Everyone's really nice. So far.
To be here. Oh. So I'm just making the most of every second.
I'm a drama queen.
Here's that, and Nikki's in out. Nikki, it's great to see you. You are fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Our daughter says that you are the most entertaining housemate ever in Big Brother.
Bar none. Internationally and all that. But she also has a question that she'd like us to ask you. And a lot, particularly of girls roughly your age, would want to ask you this. It's a two-point question, actually. Are you secretly a member of Equity? Because, second point of the question, were you acting all of that?
No.
The hissy fits.
The hissy fits.
No, it's all natural. I actually took a lie detector test to find out if the tantrums were fake.
Were fake or not? You passed the test?
Yeah.
So you like that every day in everyday life? Who do you live with when you're out of the Big Brother house?
I'm not that bad.
No.
It's just when I'm under someone's rules 24 hours a day, and in such a closed-in environment, I just got wound up. And what I found is when I was getting wound up, the cameras would follow me, and it would wind me up more, and I'd start screaming at the cameras to leave me alone, and then it would just get more and more wound up.
And when you, I mean, I noticed when you were watching yourself there, and also when you came out and they showed the best bits and everything, you're falling about, you're laughing your head off at your own tantrums, even when you're
ridiculous. It does, and it's really embarrassing.
But you don't. But actually, you think it's funny. You don't mind.
It's hilarious, though.
No, well, the other thing, I'll just say one more point that I'd also suggested I'd put to you is that if ever you do go into a student house or something, you know, and you're sharing accommodation like you are there, you do run the risk of being murdered. She said there was a definite chance that somebody might want to throttle you after a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm sure plenty of people in the house wanted to throttle me.
But you loved it, didn't you?
I loved
you had a lovely time.
And I want to go back.
Oh.
What is it you miss about it then?
I don't know. It feels like my home. I just feel like I've been kicked out of my house.
You have.
So who will you see now? You're out, and it's how much longer has it got to go, Big Brother? A few more weeks.
6 or 7 weeks. Yeah.
But, no, not. I think it's got
five.
Five.
Oh,
about
sorry,
5 now. Yeah. So who will you meet up with? Do you think now you're out of it? Who will remain your friends? What about Grace? Because we've interviewed Grace and she came out.
The bitch,
Yeah,
you know.
I wish.
Well, she admits it herself. She uses that word herself about it. Go on.
I like all the housemates, and I want to stay in contact with all of them. The only one I've spoken to Leah and I've spoken to George.
Oh, Leah,
which
she was on here as well, yeah.
But yeah, really looking forward to meeting all of them.
And Pete.
Lisa.
And Pete.
Oh.
Everybody fancies Pete.
Yeah.
Would you like to
Can't
marry
wait.
Pete?
Definitely. No.
I like you give straight answers. Where are you from? Where are you from originally?
Northwood.
Northwood in London, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And you're a beauty therapist, aren't you?
Well,
No?
I did do beauty therapy, but the filing of toenails and waxing of bikini lines put me off a bit. Did it? So I didn't last very long in that profession.
What's wrong with filing a toenail? Is it just a bit...
All the fumes go up.
Oh, you mean people come to you with dirty feet?
Yeah, and just hold my breath while I was doing it. I thought, I can't do this.
I'm glad you've admitted that, because I've often wondered that about people like chiropodists and things. And the bikini line...
Shh, don't go there.
I'm going there. She went there. Is waxing a woman for the bikini line thing, the Brazilian and stuff like that, is it just that it's too intimate?
No, I don't mind doing it, but when, like, sometimes you get hairs that won't come out and you have to tweeze them, and you have to get really up close, and it's just quite unpleasant. So I just decided that's not for me.
Well, look, let's see you in the diary room, because your finest moments, by consent, were when you went alone into the diary room. You were just so off on one.
Because they make me so angry, Big Brother. They
Big
talk
Brother
to me
does.
like from a script. It's like a text message service. You have to just wait you have to sit there and wait until they decide to answer you.
Yeah.
And that could be like 5 minutes just sitting
But that's
there.
what they're doing it to wind you up.
I know.
So, but you couldn't resist being wound up, even though you knew that was what they were doing.
Well, I tried to, but I just couldn't. I'd get angry, and sometimes they wouldn't let me out of the diary room, and I'd be banging on the door saying, "Let me out!"
All right, well, let's have a look at some of your diary moments then.
I'm feeling very upset. I can't get my MP3 player to
she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her? What do they think this is? Some kind of hotel? Is that where my tooth is going down and made a hole in my cheek? Can you see it? I'm drunk, but I need more alcohol. I don't give a I don't care. I'm so cold! I can't do this. I'm just letting you know that I'm not doing it. Good night.
With the hot water bottle in July.
Now listen, you seem such a cheerful soul that I hesitate to go down this anorexia road. But you have been quite frank about that in the in tabloids and things. You were very ill, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you got it at the age of 8.
I know, I was really young.
And do you know? I mean, can you remember looking back now what it was, or what kicked it all off?
I think it was just a combination of things, really. Like my mum and dad separated when I was really young, and took it really, really hard. And I suppose it was just my way of controlling some part of my life, because I had no control over what they were doing.
But you did over how much you ate.
Yeah.
And what about becoming the centre of attention? Was that part of it for you?
No, it was more. I needed my mum there. I came very attached to my mum, and she couldn't leave the house without me. She had to take me everywhere. And I suppose I just felt really insecure because both my parents were going astray, and I just wanted to make sure that I had at least my mum, and I could...
Because if you were ill, your mum had to be with you.
Yeah,
simple as that.
definitely.
You went down to...
3
stone.
I'm under 3 stone.
Just under 3 stone.
When I was 8, I did.
That's terrible. I mean, you know, that's close to checking out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when did it start? Did it get better quickly, or was it a long process?
No, it was all through my
Teenage.
childhood, from the age of 8 until, well, my last admission was when I was 18, but that was when I checked myself in for just 2 weeks.
And what made you think then, okay, I've got to handle this, I've got to do something?
Yeah, I'd already decided that at 16. I thought enough is enough. You know, I decided I want to go home. I'd been like in and out of places all my life, and I just decided, like, I'd had the best doctor's help, and they just couldn't help me. If you want to help yourself, that's the only way. And I decided. So
that you were 18, you say, when you checked in for that 2 weeks, and was that the last episode that you had? Have you been pretty much okay since then? Because you're 24 now, aren't you?
Yeah. I came out when I was 16 for about 2 years, then I went back in when I was 18 for 2 weeks, and I discharged myself, and I've stayed out ever since, and I've been absolutely fine, and I'm just living a normal, happy life now.
And what about? I mean, I read that when you eat meals, you try and eat them with a small spoon. Is that right? Is that a kind of way of limiting your, I don't know, just controlling what you eat?
It's not. I have to eat very slowly because of all what I've done. I've caused myself a hiatus hernia from all the vomiting.
Oh, my mum used to have one of those. Yeah, it's not very nice, is it? No.
So I have to eat very slowly and like watch what I eat, certain things.
So you've not been left undamaged then? I mean, going through all of that has left you physically impaired.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I'm just so... I could never, ever go there again, kind of thing.
Here you are, looking great, and obviously happy.
So what do you want to do next, then? No more bikini waxing, no more toenail, no more pedicures. So what would you like to do?
Well, I went through this phase in the house of wanting to become a florist after having long conversations with Susie. But I decided I couldn't... work 9 to 5 in a florist, because I tried that as Big Brother's PA. I'd have to, if I did it, open my own store and work when I wanted. But I don't know, I think that's just one of my mad ideas.
So there's no master plan then?
No, I just see what happens. I'm just happy to be with all my friends and family at the moment.
Well, you've got such a bubbly personality.
You're a little ray of sunshine. You're lovely. It's great to see you.
It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you too.
Have a good time now you're out. I know you had a good time when you were in, but have a good time when you're out now. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.